I'm not happy with my personal injury lawyer, and they rarely call me back. Can I switch to a different Louisiana accident attorney?
We get calls all the time. They have two different kinds of calls. We get the call where someone says, I'm with my lawyer. They never call me back. They don't tell me what's going on. I'm not happy. Will you take my case? When I hear that from those clients, I say, that's the greatest frustration in our business for me with respect to my peers. I don't want to hear in a client-facing business where we are in the service business. We're a professional service, but it's still a service business. I don't want to hear that you never heard from anybody. Now, it doesn't mean that you're going to hear from the lawyer every single day. That would be impossible. And if I had to call every single client by myself, I would never get any actual legal work done. That's why I have a team that can bring me information, ask me questions, I can pass it back. They can make certain phone calls, whether it's to clients or doctors or insurance companies or whomever. You build a team and you do what you are best at and what is most important. Sometimes it's talking to clients, sometimes it's not. You do that, you build a team that can do it effectively, and you provide the service that the client deserves, which is to have his or her questions answered, to get updates on their case, to just feel like their case is important because it is. All right, so I get clients like that all the time, and I tell them, I'm not in the business of telling people to fire their lawyer, and I'm really not. I wouldn't want somebody to do that to me, and I don't do that to anybody else. I try to give those folks all the information they need to question their current lawyer about certain things and get the answers they should have been getting before and they should be getting now. And if they don't get them, I say, come back to me. At that point, I feel like you've given your lawyer a fair shake. Sometimes they'll say to me, I already did that. I already gave them all the rope they need to hang themselves, and they did it. I want to get rid of them. I want to hire you. If that happens, we explain what the process is like, that they need to terminate their lawyer, fire them in writing, show us that they were been terminated, and then we want to make sure that we protect whatever interest the other lawyer has. So the other lawyer could have spent money on the case, they may have spent time on the case, and they're entitled to some portion of the recovery if there is any. And again, I wouldn't want someone to screw me over because they handled the case and then got fired. And so I wouldn't do that to anybody else. We try to be respectful to our peers, even if they haven't done right by the client. We want to make sure everybody gets taken care of in the way that they should.